Hidden within each of us is not only the capacity to love and hate, but to take that final step to be not only a creator, but a destroyer. A mad, unreasoning
Here we are. We are in the next match here. This is Lite versus Danglish. These guys, I'm going to tell them to ready up because we've actually got an 8 PM straight after this. We are ram-packed here, back to back to back. Come on guys, ready up, ready up, ready up. This is Moneymitch26 with his 32nd ever proper, lovely cast. Lite versus Danglish. On the side of Lite, we have, I don't actually know. Come on, Money. Come on, Money. You know these things. You know these things. You are prepared. Right, Danglish and Lite. Right, don't look at the VRML bits. Look at these bits. We have, on the side of Danglish, we have Ghosty, Duck, Groundhog, Zaxo. What a picture. Jesus Christ. Lite. We have Fully, Captain Fully. Right, that's all I need. Lite versus Danglish. I just need to remember that. As soon as I drop the beat, yo. No, wrong thing. Let's go sideline L. Bang. 3, 2. Oh my word. Oh my word. We have comms. Turn the comms off. There we go. Here we are. Lights out and away we go. And we have. Which one's blue? Which one's blue? Danglish. Danglish getting the head start right there as we have Duck. Holding possession here, passing over to Groundhog. Groundhog finding the pass. And as we have Zaxo. Zaxo moving very quickly, finding the pass. So unselfish there. What a selfless play there. He had an opportunity. He saw the odds. He went, you know what? I don't fancy this. I'm going to pass it up to Clock. And he sent it to Clock. Where Ghosty was ready, was prepped, and was putting that in for the side of Danglish. Danglish versus Lite here. And we have Lite on the orange side coming through. We have Krabby Shadow picking us up on the right side. One sideline? Yeah, cool side. And what's their name? Danglish. Danglish and Lite. Danglish and Lite. Danglish and Lite. Right. If I keep saying that out loud, I will see an shot coming in there. That is Duck putting that away with a bit of a slam down. Not gonna lie, I completely missed that because I was looking at my other screen, reminding myself the team names here. If only Moneymitch spent half an hour to work out how to put the names at the top, we would all be having a better viewing experience. But because Moneymitch has not found the time for that, he's a bit of a busy boy. He's a bit of a busy boy. This is now passed through by Lite, and we have Danglish picking this up. This is Ghosty finding a pass, and he has a stack prepared for that, and that same stack is nearly picking this up. They are picking this up, and we have Groundhog moving into the goal and passing it up. Wait, yeah, up. Why did the thing not update? Anyway, yeah, Groundhog, phenomenal play there, picking us up on the wall. He did not have the best anchor, but he made the most of it, passing up to Zaxo. Zaxo was positioned perfectly up on the clock, and he finishes that off. As we have Lite preparing us to come out the tunnel now of their possession joust. And we are fully passing over to the tunnel there. And that is all the way through. I don't know if that was intentional, but it went through. Duck picked it up in the back line and sending that all the way forward to himself. Self-pass, self-pass. Duck self-pass, 17 meters per second speed. 3 points for the side of Danglish as they find themselves 9 points up just over 2 minutes into the game.
That's fast. That's fast. We haven't seen that
since the days of Koi about 5 minutes ago. They are playing very fast here as we have... Why is that not updating that quick? That's really annoying. Fully picking this up, passing over to the right where we have Krabby Shadow. Krabby Shadow sending it down under trench. Flying past the hands of the Danglish side. But the Danglish do get a hold of it. Danglish send it. That was actually kind of on target, but not fast enough because Fully picked that up and he is intercepted by Ghosty. Ghosty looking for his teammate, seeing if he has a pass or some kind of stack or some kind of situation. Ghosty moving up high. He has 2 players on the right, 1 on the left. Which one is going to pass to? He's looking at the one on post. He sends it up, but it is contested as there is a player pushing him. And that pass sends back to Ghosty. Ghosty holding this right now, passing it 1-2, 1-2, trying to get it back to the player that was inverted on the ceiling. But that player inverted on the ceiling wasn't quick enough to pick that back up. And this is a deep clear by the side of Lite. Making light work of it. No, that's a bad pun. Let's see if I can actually work that into it. As we have Krabby getting stunned out right now. Duck doing a bit of damage here. Inverted, taking that pass forward to Ghosty. Ghosty moving in towards the goal. There's 2 goalies and he doesn't really mind because he's going to send that in anyway. And he doesn't quite finish it off because Krabby Shadow is picking this up in his own half right now. Lite are setting up to get this disc out over to the side of Danglish. Over into Danglish's end. They're clearing it. This isn't the first time they've cleared it without the preparation, without the structure to receive these discs that they're sending loosely right now. They're making these mistakes of sending it deep. Great, you cleared it, but are you there to set up and make something of it? Are you actually playing 1-2 steps ahead, or are you just clearing it out to get it out of trouble? That's not how you play Echovr. That's how you play other games where people can't move faster than the speed of the ball/disc. In a game like this, where the ball/disc is one of the slowest moving parts of the arena, it's all about the players. It's all about the player positioning. Player positioning is significantly more important than disc positioning in this game. That is something to consider as we go into the next round, where we have Lite with possession joust. They have no points on the board. Danglish are keeping a clean sheet here. Defended very well. There's 5 minutes more in the game as Danglish find the disc in one of their players' hands once again, and we have Duck. Get a bit shabby offy now. Get a bit shabby offy now as he bounced that underneath. Nest. Put it into the goal. Put it into the goal. Let's have a look at Scotty VR. I didn't introduce the players. I've just realised. Scotty VR, Snowflake, Krabby Shadow, and Fully. Scotty VR appears to be the deep pass over there, and that goes over to Krabby Shadow. Krabby Shadow is getting pushed by the stack. He didn't see him coming, but they came. They were there. And Zaxo holds this, sending it forward to Ghosty. Ghosty looking for his stack to pick this up. The stack doesn't quite read the bounce there, but they do pick it up. Ducky finding the pass with Groundhog. Groundhog tries to move that in very quickly, but the defense on the side of Lite is too much. It's too much. They defend that well, and we have a pickup by Duck. Duck passing it over now. Okay, yeah, that works. That is now in the hand of Ghosty. Back to Duck. What's Duck going to do? He's going to send it down to the carpet. We have Zaxo. Zaxo passing it all the way up, like 1 meter up to Ghosty. Ghosty. There was some kind of shot, but it looks like Lite are picking this back up right now. Lite are moving forward with possession again. This is Snowflake moving in. Finding the pass underneath goal where we have Fully trying to get that in, but Ghosty is the goalie. Ghosty goal. Ghosty goal. Goalie. Ghosty. Nah, I'll give up. It's passed over to Fully holding this right now. Sending it all up high. Lite are finding themselves with a decent amount of possession. Can they maintain that possession? Right now? It looks like they are struggling a little bit because no, they can't maintain it. In this instance, as Danglish send it very deep, I predict Danglish are going to be there first, and they are. That is a goal with a goalie in it. This is Duck right now moving backing up as he is challenging, finding the pass over there with Ghosty. Ghosty putting that in. 2 more points on the board for Danglish. Danglish cleaning up. Another bit of a mismatch here. It's a shame to see so many mismatches, but it's just down to the lack of teams. Lack of teams in the league. The master teams not signing up in time, and the new teams just not being made. Where are the new teams at? Why are less teams being made in the EU scene? This is Ghosty taking a long shot, and that went in. That was clean. Little bit of assist from Groundhog. Ghosty puts in that 3-pointer. We love it. Bit of a bounce shot off the backboard. Precision. They find themselves with just 1 more point to get if they're going to mercy this first round with 3 minutes left on the clock. And we have Lite coming out right now, picking this disc up and headbutting it. Oh, I don't know why they're headbutting it, but they are. They're sort of in mid there, picking it up themselves. Scotty VR holding it now, sending it forward. Scotty's still holding it, and now it's a bit of a self-dribble, I guess. I don't really know. Yeah, and we are now stuck in the mid area. All the players are deep on Danglish side. They have a Lite player moving back. Scotty VR picking this up, passing it over, and intercepted by Duck, passing it over to Ghosty. Oh, Ghosty letting the side down there. You had an opportunity right there. He did have a second go, to be fair. That one didn't quite connect. Ducky finding the pass again down on Zaxo. Zaxo trying to score the 0 angle from below. It bounces crazy because he puts so much force into it. It backfires a little bit because now they're on the back line. Groundhog holding this right now. Finding the pass down with Ghosty. Ghosty sending it all the way out to Duck. Duck moving in towards the goal here. That was bad for me. That was a reset back to Groundhog. Groundhog sending over to Ghosty. Ghosty finding the pass up there with Duck. Stunned out. Snowflake Knocks out Duck there. This is now a loose disc as Groundhog picks this up, getting it back. Duck, have another go, mate. Have another go. Don't get stunned out. Move in, and he finds the pass. And Moneymitch messed up the cams. And Ghosty goes for a bit of a spin. They are showing off now. They're showing off now, but Lite can show off as well. A little bit of a jukey. A little bit of a crab walk by Krabby Shadow. Sending it deep. And we have Danglish in possession now with over a minute to go. Sending it forward. Groundhog looking at the goal, seeing there's a goalie back, and while he's looking, he's distracted because Fully takes that out of his hand and throws it. Stuck in mid now. Zaxo holding this. Throwing it forward. There is a player there, Mr. 69. Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? That is in for the mercy. 21-0. 21-0. Alright. We're having a bit of a break now. We've got about a minute. We've got about a minute here. Let's put the music back on. You are watching. You are watching Danglish versus Lite. Was that a pause? Did we get a bit of a pause? Yeah, we got a pause there. Unpause straight away. Regardless, we're going to have another at least 50 seconds to go here. So we're going to have them have their little moment here. Let's have a look at the teams. Actually, no, what Moneymitch should do is check. Alright, I guess I'm casting Skullbreakers. Let me just double check. Is there a team that I'd rather cast? Or is there no place I'd rather be? Ah, don't look at that. Wrong button. Wrong button. Let's have a look at this. 8 PM. Nothing to lose versus Green. That's a decent team. Ah, but this one's got loads of votes. Yeah, fair play. Lots of people want this match. Skullbreakers versus DNA. Let me just see who's on Green. Just so you can see what I'm doing. We have Nothing to Lose. I like casting them, they're decent. And Green. We've got a team called Green. They're playing later. I was going to cast them, but when you've got like just weird stuff going on like this, I don't know if I just, come on man. Like there's a line between, are we ready now? We good to go. Moneymitch. Turn the lights on, turn the music off. Turn your party off. We're getting back into the game right now. Back into the game right now. I am really warm. I'm like warm. Let me just check my radio. One second. Why am I so warm? Why am I so warm? Oh man, I'm getting a bit of a headache. I bet I'm getting ill. Does anyone have any tips for not getting ill? I've been having like 4 ginger shots a day. I think that helps. I don't know. Let's see what's going on with these pauses. What's going on with these pauses? Why am I so warm? Why is it warm? Like it's cold outside. I'm going to take a deep breath. Moneymitch. He's getting a bit silly. He's getting a bit silly. He's getting a bit of a silly. They've dropped a player. I hope they pick their stuff up because I've got another game to get through. We're chock-a-block tonight. We got 3 back-to-back. This is number 2 of 3. Cast 32. Ever. Moneymitch's 32nd cast. Once upon a time, Moneymitch was aiming for 100 casts before the 20th of October. The date right now is the 13th. If I'm going to fulfill that, I need to have 68 casts in the next 7 days. So that's like 8-9 casts a day. How much would you pay me to do that? If I did that, how much would you pay me? What would you give me if I casted 7 casts a day for the next 7 days? 7 and 7. 7. 7 casts a day for 7 days. That would be a bit silly. I'll try and get a few in, but I don't know if that's going to happen. Let's aim for 50. How's about that? Is that realistic? Another 18 casts in the next... Oh, how the fuck am I going to do that? Got to do like 5 a night for 4 nights. Today's Thursday. Friday I'm away. Saturday I'm away. Sunday night I could smash out like 5. Oh, there needs to be matches as well. I could stay up late and do American ones. That's what I'll do. Wednesday night I'll stay up and do the US. Do the night shift. Do those 2 a.m, 3 a.m. matches. Just get the groundwork in. I'm going to be in Toronto. If anyone gives a crap, I'm going to be in Toronto next weekend. I'm going to be playing at Canada's first ever In-person LAN. In-person LAN. What's going on with this pools? Come on. Moneymitch ain't got the time for this. We ain't got the time for this. Don't be wasting my time with these 5-minute pauses. What's going on, Danglish? Danglish, sort your stuff out. Come on, guys. Why am I getting pinged in the chat? What's going on here? Whoops. Whoops. Let's go. Oh, sorry. If anyone got like pinged for VRML, I do apologize. Messages, guys. Yes. Have some music while we're waiting here. Actually, I'm gonna mute myself because I am talking absolute crap.
I've been contacted by a space creature by the name of VRzaida. Says he works for Dr. Omega. Now, Dr. Omega is the one responsible for creating digital destruction.
So, how much is the bounty worth?
20 million wulongs. Dead or alive. Preferably deceased.
First space flight. Don't touch that dial. It's called phone radio. First space flight. First space flight. First space flight.
I was fully speaking just then with it muted. We have 20 seconds left on this pause. Hopefully they unpause in the next 20 seconds. We can move back into this game here. Right. Oh my god, I'm in trouble. I need to open up VRML and cancel the things that I signed up for. Whoops. Silly Billy. Silly money. Money's a bit of a silly Billy. We're going back into this right now. I don't know. I'm just going to carry on with this cast. God damn it. Here we are. Coming back in right now. We have the second round with Danglish versus Lite. I'm going to say Lite versus Danglish with Lite on the left side here. And I'm just going to set this camera up here as we have Scotty VR. Sending it out there. Ground dog picking some of the background, but stunned out before he can do anything with it. Sideline view. Here we are. We have Snowflake. And it looks like Danglish couldn't sort out their fourth here. It looks like Duck has ducked out the game. And we have Snowflake. This is going to be an interesting turn of events because can Lite do some damage if there's only 3 players on the other side? How? Because it is interesting, isn't it? When you play like a decent team and that decent team only has 3. But because they're positioned in their stack and everything's just on point, it still feels like there's 4 players on the other side as they read that clear there. Zaxo holding this right now, passing it over to Ground Dog. Ground Dog getting a hand on it, moving it over to Zaxo. Zaxo looking for the next pass with Ghosty. Ghosty looking at the goalie right now, finding the pass off, and we have Ground Dog putting that in. That is phenomenal work by Danglish there. Great passing. Really good effort there. Player playing very well with just the 3 of them, putting themselves 2 points up just over a minute into the game here. And we have fully QB in here. Self-pass, called it a self-pass. As he does pick up his own pass there, he intercepts the interception and he fully sends that deep. It's picked up on the back line by Ground Dog. Ground Dog doing the groundwork. Snowflake getting a hand on it, trying to get it through. Ground Dog picks this up again on the back line, putting in the work. Jesus. And we have a loose disc up in the Sky Trench, where we have Ground Dog. Ground Dog being his man, passing over to Nest. Nest person gets stunned out because we have a Lite player getting a hand on that, moving it forward. And Fully taking a shot right there, doesn't quite go in. And Fully picking this up right now. Fully looking for a pass there. He has 2 on the Nest. Does he make those? Yes, he does. And Scotty VR puts that in. I'm very confident Danglish goalie definitely saved that. Maybe they didn't grip properly, but that went straight in. Points on the board for Scotty VR, assisted by Fully. And we see a tiebreaker here. I bet that the side of Lite are praying that things stay the same way with this 4v3 advantage. Ghosty holding this way back on the back line there. They are taking their time. There looks like they're going to approach this as a stack, passing it down to the player that doesn't receive it right now, but Ghosty's picking this up. Ghosty holding it, waiting for his teammates to do something to assist him here. Ghosty putting in the work here, and Zaxo gets a hold on that. There is a player back, so he cannot take the shot, so he passes it over to Groundhog. Groundhog finding the pass back to Zaxo. Zaxo trying to make a bit of damage here, but the defender beats him, but Danglish find himself scrapping for this disc, and that is sent all the way down by Lite. Lite getting his way down the field, and we have Zaxo trying to pick this up. Oh, Lite, that was your opportunity, and you blew it. You blew... No, don't say that. Come on, be supportive. Be supportive of his players. Groundhog holds this right now, sending it deep down, and it's stuck around the mid area, but Danglish don't care. That is an open goal. If you can see the angle right now, you can try and put that in. They have a player forward who finishes that off. Groundhog puts that in. They are now Danglish, the 3v4 right now. Danglish find themselves 2 points up. Groundhog putting that in, assist by Ghosty. But what they're finding is when there's only 3 of them, they're really putting in the work. Oh man, it's all kicking off. It's all kicking off on Discord right now. As Moneymitch forgets to set the correct cam, we have a sideline view here, and this is Danglish. Hopefully getting a hold of this before Lite get there. Lite are putting the pressure on, but Groundhog gets a hold of it, clearing that through. And do we have a stack by Danglish coming in right now? We have one player doing enough damage, doing enough. He's not a stack, but he's enough to cause a bit of a scene here. He's 1v3 and he's getting a hold of it. Doing some real damage, making it very difficult. And right now it's looking very dangerous. Danglish trying to set up here. That is a loose disc. And Danglish stack come through right now. Very fast, very swift, very on point. As Groundhog now holds this inverted on the seed and passing it over to the side. We have Zaxo. Zaxo passing it up to Nest, and that player on Nest moves into the goal and puts that in like he does it every day, every week, every year. Ghosty puts that in, assist by Zaxo. 40 meters per second speed on that. And they find themselves 4 points up on this 3v4. Yeah, we have the next game lined up. We have the next game lined up, ready to go here. And that is Zaxo throwing that forward. And fully! Beautiful ender right now. Beautiful ender right now, and that's a shot on target. Ghosty puts that in 70 meters per second speed! 5 minutes left on the clock. I'm not seeing a mercy here, but I'm seeing a significant lead as Danglish find himself with a score of 9-2. They are 7 points ahead. Danglish are doing the damage here against Lite. Even with 3 players! Even with 3 players, they're doing this. Even with 3 players. And Moneymitch is on the wrong camera again. As we have Krabby Shadow holding is taking his time because he knows there's only 3 players on the side, so they are not going to waste a player. Pressuring the QB, and Zaxo does pick this up. That front stack, although not pressuring the QB, does read the loose pass that they forced there. And Zaxo clearing that forward because he has a stack of Ghosty and Groundhog. Ghosty picks this up, looking at Groundhog. He doesn't need it! He doesn't! Oh, it does take a shot on goal, and it does ding. Not going quite the way he wants, but Groundhog is coming through right now, picking this up. But Footy gets a hold of it and sending it all the way through to Danglish is half. We have a Lite setting up right now. Lightly moving forward. Getting over to whoever's on the floor there. And this is Snowflake going for a bit of a spin shot. But he is stunned out before he can make anything of it. And we have Krabby Shadow backing up on the ceiling right here. Passing it across the arena where we have a Fully setting up here. Passing over to Snowflake, trying to make something work. He couldn't quite make it work. Right, Lite, boys and girls, use this as your opportunity to have 2 stacks. You guys should have 2 permanent stacks in this game right now. It's a 4v3. You can technically have 1 stack back in goal and the other stack doing the work. You guys need to be stacking hard. Use the advantage right now. As we have Danglish finding themselves 10 points up. Of course, a mercy is possible. It's not looking too likely. But we have Footy coming out right now, sending that very deep right. He's picked up on the back line by Groundhog. Clearly very strategic in his defensive game as he finds himself in the right place at the right time, defending those very long clears. He picks those up on the back line, but we have Krabby Shadow moving forward right now, throwing it forward. They are stacked. but they are not picking up this disc, and that goes loose. You cannot afford to send it loose right now as Snowflake picks this up, sending it forward, and that is a shot onto a goal where there was a goalie. Groundhog again on the back line, baiting. I assume he's baiting, he's hiding, waiting for those shots to come through and then just reading those, picking those up, and this is a loose disc for Snowflake, hopefully, but not bouncing the way he hoped for. Snowflake picking this up right now. No pressure at all. Right, where's the stack? Where is the stack by Lite right now? Why are they all spread out in a 4-3-3? As Ghosty picks this up right now. Sending it over down there. And we have Zaxo. Pass over to Groundhog. Ghosty looking to pick this up. Putting his shield up. And he is dancing around. He's beaten to it. There. By Fully. Fully's putting in a lot of work here. He is sending these clears without preparation. But he is putting in the work. You have to say Ghosty is now reading that. And clearing it all the way. Back down Light's end. We have 2 minutes left of this game. And we have Ghosty picking this up right now. Causing problems. Passing over to Zaxo. Zaxo putting that in. Django Tango. Django Tango to celebrate Zaxo putting that in. 14-2. They find themselves 12 points. Up in this game. Up in this game. And we have... I was typing, my bad. We're back in the game right now. We have Danglish causing problems with this. What is going on? Why is this 5v5? Why is this 5v5? What is going on? Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 5 orange. They need to get the fuck out of the arena right now. Guys, you cannot have 5 players in the arena. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 players in the arena. Blue have 5 players in the arena as well. Yeah, guys, I'm going to jump out. If you guys are going to be pissing around, I have another cast set up. So we're going to end this right now. I hope you guys have enjoyed that. I know it was very biased, but I'm hoping the next one will be a bit more even. We're going to go into the next game right now. Yeah, I'm going to end this and quickly start it again. See you guys on the other side. Stay tuned.